Hey, this is Chuck, and you are listening to Fans with Bands, the podcast where we talk to the fans and the bands they dig about life, music, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. Today on Fans with Bands, we are talking to Nina and the Buffalo Riders. Check it out. Hey, this is Chuck with Fans with Bands, and I am talking to Bobby, Nina, and Joe from Nina and the Buffalo Riders. And I've got fans, Noel, Maria, and Brenda. How you guys doing?
Good. Very good.
Excellent. It is fantastic to see you guys. I know it's just Zoom, but it's still really great to be able to see your faces.
Yeah.
The last time we saw you guys was at the Grove Studios outside.
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
That was it, but it seems like a lifetime ago because it was like summer. Now it's
Yeah, it was so long ago.
yeah.
Time was fast.
Yeah. So I usually start things off when we're talking with the fans to find out how you became a fan of Nina and the Buffalo Riders. So I'm going to start with Brenda. How did you become a fan? What was it about Nina and the Buffalo Riders that attracted you and made you a fan?
Oh, now I feel like I'm on an interview. You know, we were down in Detroit at what was the name of that bar?
It was Hopcat.
Hopcat, and they came on, and I'm like, oh my god, what is this? I was like, it just like I couldn't like I was just like my mind was like, oh my god, I have to get closer. I have to get next to her. I have to like be close. And I was like, after that, I was just totally in love. I was like, I got like, whoa. I was like amazing. Like it was everything. It was just like the hair on my arms was standing up. And like, I was just like, oh my God, where's she been? This is amazing. So I've been a fan ever since. I don't even know why we were there or if that was why we were there. It could have been because with Chuck, we could have been there just to see you.
Actually, I think we went to see the headlining band.
The Steepwater band, right?
Yeah, from Chicago.
And I was like, whatever. But you guys came out. I was like, oh my God, yes.
That was such a fun time playing there. That was a cool show.
Yeah, it was, and I agree, Brenda. It was amazing because I felt the same way. That instant attraction. The music just called to me, and it was mesmerizing. I mean, I loved Steepwater. I'd listened to them before, and I was looking forward to seeing them, because it's great, blues guitar and rock, and you guys just fit right in. And I actually think you stole the show there, but I could be biased.
For sure.
So we've got ShiAnn. Can you hear us?
I can.
All right, cool. Excellent. So we're doing a little intro where I'm asking the fans how they became a fan of Nina and the Buffalo Riders. So how did you become a fan?
We met through a few other local bands, and then we started following. So
Awesome.
We support a lot of the local music.
Very cool. What local music scene is that? Detroit?
Yeah.
Cool. And are you in a band too?
No.
Awesome.
Giant rides horses is so awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool. And Maria, how did you become a Nina and the Buffalo Riders fan? I think I know, but you can give
Well, I fell in love with the lead singer when I heard her sing for the first time. She was 2 years old. And she was belting out to Whitney Houston.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Here I am.
I was in the kitchen, and my husband, Noel, he was in the living room, and she was in the dining room, and we both just got up and walked into the dining room, and I asked him, I said, can he actually sing, or am I hearing her with mama ears and sing? And that's when she surprised us.
That's awesome. And Noel, how about you? Is it the same story?
Well, sort of. I used to say, Nina, go up and sing. We'd have family gatherings. I said, baby, go up and sing. And she'd be like, no, I don't want to go. I said, come on, I'll give you $1. She goes, okay. So I said, 15, 20 people, you know, for a couple bucks and keep songs. And she loved it. And then, so I asked her if she wanted to play an instrument, and she couldn't make up her mind what she wanted to play. And finally she picked a guitar. So I went and bought her a guitar. She took lessons. And I want to say she was taking lessons. Was it, Nina, was it 2 years?
4 years.
Song?
It was like 11 to 15, so like 4 years.
Yeah. So, you know, I said, baby, you know, I've been paying for lessons this whole time. I haven't even heard Mary Had a Little Lamb. Can we get a song, please, you know, or something? She goes, give me 2 weeks, Dad, and I'll play you a song. So, all right. So we had a get together at my sister-in-law's house, and she borrowed my sister-in-law's husband's guitar, and she played and sang all of American Pie.
Oh, wow.
First
Holy
song,
cow.
and pretty much knocked it out the park. And I was like, okay. So she continued playing songs and playing after that. And we met one of my cousins in Ohio, and he said, yeah, I got a friend of mine. He'll let her play in the bar. I said, dude, she's only, I think, what were you, 13 at the time, Nina?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, open mic don't start till 10 o'clock at night. He goes, you won't mind, just keep her in the corner. I was like, okay. That's where she would play. Yeah, and go to school. She'd go to school the next day, and she'd take a nap. I said, take a nap because you're going to be up a little late. She put her name on the list, and that's where she got started.
Wow, that's awesome. So you've been brusking for a long time, since a young age.
For a long time, and I'm an old woman now.
There's another person here with XLO as their initials. Can you hear us?
It's actually Kilo, but how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excellent. I don't have my camera right now. It's all the way upstairs, and I don't feel like getting off the tripod to set it
No
up.
No worries.
High five.
So we're just doing a little intro with the fans to find out how they became. What was it about Nina and the Buffalo Riders that attracted you to be a fan?
Oh, see, I'm also in the local music scene in Detroit, and what happened was we were looking for venues to do something at, and it just so happened that she was like booked that night at I want to say Rustic Crow downtown, right next to the Comerica Park.
Oh, cool.
I had been to the one in Dearborn Heights, but I never been to the one in Detroit, and I wanted to just check it out, see what the size was, and if they would let us get that spot. And she just happened to be up there singing, and we were like, well, we've been everywhere else tonight. Let's sit around for a second. And we sat around long enough to hear some stuff we were interested in, and I was just like, well, let's network.
Cool.
And it was, you know, kind of history from there.
Excellent.
I've shot like video for her and everything since then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan.
Very cool. And what's your band?
I'm the co-manager / content misdirector, as I call it, for something called Soundproof Detroit. We're a nerdcore / hip hop / dance collaborative effort, if we can put it that way.
Excellent.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. I wouldn't say that we're quote unquote famous. We have done plenty of shows until COVID hit and everything just kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do our thing. I've been trying to get Nina on a track for quite some time. I'm trying to get everybody on a track for some live stuff to track it and, you know, do our thing with it.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll have to check that out. So I've got a question for Nina and the Buffalo Riders, and that is, I've seen that you guys have migrated south. You've been following the sun and following the heat, moving into areas where you can do COVID safe, COVID appropriate kind of shows outside. And you've shared a lot of those, I guess, vignettes about what's been going as you've been on the road. But I'm curious, do you have some favorite stories you'd like to share about things that have been going on and hanging out in Florida in the sun?
Oh man. Okay. One of the best stories was when we were in Asheville. It was the day Biden won, and the streets were insane. Like the 2 days prior, there was like a bunch of trucks, and like everyone was going around like honking and like being rude and stuff. So they invited one. The streets were full of people just being crazy, just being nuts. Right? People were like running up to us, seeing us sing and perform on the street. They were running up to us. This lady almost like ran someone over with her stroller. Black Friday. They were like, dang. But there was this one, and so like the cars, it was packed like bumper to bumper, like with traffic, and we were playing "Wish I Could Stay," and it was like the last like da-dun, 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 at the end of like "Wish I Could Stay," and this girl runs out of nowhere and she just like starts dancing, and then like she all the way up and like to the end of the song, and she's like, woo! She runs back into the street, and like literally like a car comes up behind her legs, and she just goes lays back and just lays on the car. The car drives away. Just drives away with her on the hood. Just drives away.
Oh my God! Really?
So epic, dude. I have like a tiny clip. I'll have to find it and send it to you. Like, oh my gosh, it's so wild, man. She literally just laid on the car, just laid, and the car just boom, just drove away.
So Joe or Bobby, what's been a highlight for you guys so far?
You go to me? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you just like right now, it's every single moment, which is so mind-boggling to me that I've been this consistently excited and happy and stoked on life for this long a span of time. And it's just one miraculous thing. Okay, meeting Dante, I think, from Grandma's Boy, because that's like one of my favorite movies. If I'm gonna have to choose like one thing I want to talk about, but like everything is super awesome, but Dante, that was nuts. We like kind of scoped him from over there. Decker, our buddy, like went over and like grabbed, like talking, found him in the bathroom. Dante was like threatening to fight him, but in a joking Dante kind of way that you just kind of have to interact with to get, or maybe just watch the movie. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but next thing you know, just fast forward a little bit, like we're hanging out with this guy. He's taking us around all of Key West, Florida. And
buying all our drinks.
Yeah,
like,
get all our
like,
drinks.
like sang us karaoke, dedicated songs to us. Like,
one by week.
Like,
Yeah.
I see a little silhouette of a bomb sky.
Just saying like Bohemian Rhapsody like in a football huddle.
Yeah.
Just like
He's like, okay, you bring up the hot. All right, dynamics. You go up.
It's just so weird. You think when you meet like a celebrity, they're usually just gonna be like, okay, hi, see you later.
Right.
And this guy, like, you would think like what you would want, what I would want anyway. If I met a comedian that I loved, I would want to like be able to say their jokes with them and like talk to them and be like, these jokes are funny, and like just give them their own lines. We were doing that with him all night long.
Oh man,
it's so funny. It's so funny.
So much energy.
that sounds fantastic. Because every time I meet somebody that I really admire, I usually choke up and like go and then they go, "Oh, he's a stuttering idiot. I got to move away." You know.
I'll just go over here now.
Yeah. Nice to see you, dude.
Yeah. Right.
So funny.
Oh Lord. So Joe, how about you? What's been the highlight so far?
I mean, honestly, the highlight was probably the first night in Asheville. Just we set up across from this park, and it was like the first time we actually had like the full setup just on the street, and we didn't have any issues with like power cutting out, and just crowds of people like responsibly coming around. Like they were on the other side of the street, they weren't really coming to us, but just like the smiles on their faces, like you could tell they had been missing live music for a while, and to finally hear a band just set up on the sidewalk. I mean, people were losing their minds.
It was crazy.
It's been really great to bring that feeling back to people. Like I was saying, every night we've been able to play as a highlight. So
yeah,
It's true.
but,
and it's the thing. Like, I mean, obviously everyone's going through the same thing, so it's really uplifting when we do get to super move people. Some people have cried. Some people, have just been really reminiscent. Certain things we were able to play for our friend Katie's grandparents, who have been in the house since the beginning of time. So we were outside into this resort where they live, and we just did like this outdoor social distanced concert for them, and had pizza at a distance. It was cool.
Wow, that's fantastic. A buddy of mine, you might know him, Doug Combe, the photographer from Ann Arbor. He did a series about live stream shows and stuff, and he had a post about that he actually got teary-eyed because he was at the Ark. There's only 4 people there. He's filming photographing and covering it, but just to be able to be at a live music show again is a huge emotional impact for people. So I have to imagine that you guys being able to still be out there doing some shows and giving that to people is one satisfaction for those folks that are dying for it, plus the gift you're giving and receiving from those people.
Absolutely. Music heals, and it's working both ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't want to monopolize all the questions. The part of the fans and bands is to have the fans ask questions. So does anybody have questions for Nina and the Buffalo Riders? I kind of open it up for anybody.
Yes, I have a couple questions.
Oh,
Here we go.
Here we go.
So,
Here we go.
All right.
First of all, Nina, you got enough strings, baby?
Yeah.
You got your battery?
Gosh, Dad.
But no, the questions are, so you guys have been down there in Fort Myers area? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
So is it temperature good? And is everything, I mean, I've seen you guys, a lot of your video. I mean, I watch you guys every day. So whenever you guys post anything, but so you got any new gigs coming up or anything?
Yeah, we actually just booked one yesterday at the Pink Piano.
Yeah.
It's
28.
Yeah, it's on. No, that one's on. The Pink Piano's on
This Friday.
this Friday.
Yeah.
It's the 15th.
A little bit north of Fort Myers.
It's north. It's like kind of by Tampa. Let's see where it's at. The Pink. It's in Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Which is like parallel to Tampa but below Orlando.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Right.
So yeah, we got a gig there this weekend. We actually were talking to this person about booking like in December, and then they finally had a spot open up, so they hit us up and we're like, this Friday, all right.
And then 28.
And then the 29th is at Club Ohana in Lani Kai, which is like this giant fancy resort on Fort Myers Beach. It's like this huge. They have like restaurants and like there's a club and there's a restaurant upstairs. That's where I played solo Sunday. And then they have like, I don't even know, there's like stores and shops inside the resort and like
Right on the beachfront
arcades,
too.
beachfront, like
So
playgrounds,
beautiful.
jungle gyms, like it's nuts. So we're gonna be playing in this Club Ohana, which is cool because it's like most of their stuff is like indoor, outdoor. There's like all this breeze and like flowing air, which is really nice. And then the 30th, I'm doing a solo show at Pointy Bell. We played there on New Year's, and we played there like a week before New Year's already. It's like a brewery in Fort Myers, which is also really awesome.
Got to make gas money.
Shit's nuts.
Yeah.
Anybody else have?
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What have you guys found is the most difficult thing that you guys have had to overcome being on the road?
Finding places to park.
Finding places to park.
This is the AKA you can't park here tour for that very reason. You got something yesterday. Thank you, Katie and Ashley, for helping us.
Katie,
thank you.
They're the best.
Love
man.
you.
They
Katie's
got
going
everything
through.
figured out for
Yeah.
us, otherwise it'd be
Katie's the one that's getting yelled at for us all day and night. So
yeah.
she's going to bat for us, which is nice. Yeah, I think
Parking and permits, I would say, or just the ability to
the
play.
ability to play. You know, like
You know,
there's been so many
So
times
tough.
where we're setting up and like there's people like already starting to gather like outside at parks and they're like, oh, you guys are gonna play music? Like wow. Like people are already tipping us before they even start playing and just so then the cops are like, no, you can't play here, you need a permit and like
which we couldn't get. We
Right.
tried to get a hold of the government
Right.
offices.
And a couple
it's
times,
just
like in some of the places, it's like you need a background check. So that's $75 a person to get a background check, and then on top of whatever the permit costs,
And
insurance
and tax forms,
and you need
insurance,
personal
so they're gonna
insurance up to
tax like the money you make, all those
$350,000.
things. Yeah. So it's been really difficult, and it's sad. It's sad to see how many people were disappointed that we couldn't play. That's like really where I'm just like, dude, like
It's a heartbreaker.
even if we couldn't get tips, like you should just let us play here because
It's not
people
about
need to hear
money,
music,
like,
right?
it's not
It's
all
like
about money. They wanna
it's
help
really
you
just
too.
like exactly. And it's like people need to hear the music. There's not venues open. Like why wouldn't anyone want to just hear music in the distance at a park? Like you know. So it's
Right.
even on like the beach. Like we've tried so many spots and We did get away with it on the street in Miami one day though, and that was really cool.
That
was really cool. That was a good time.
Very same spot the next day we weren't done setting up before they
shut down.
A miracle that we made that happen.
Right. We've even gone to a cemetery,
Oh.
and we're like, just like being in a cemetery. I'm like, right, it's like there's no one here. It's really like right. There's nothing. It's the middle of the day. It's not like it's gonna be too loud, whatever. We're just gonna do a nice little chill live stream, and literally didn't even set up halfway. And they're like, nope, you can't play music in here.
Right. Yo. I mean, even the groundskeeper seemed disappointed.
Yeah,
he's like,
He was like, I can have my lunch here and have some great music. Why not?
Yep.
I understand, I don't know, if people, bring their stuff and they're not very good or they're just making noise, I understand. But I wish we could just be like, watch this 30-second clip really quick.
Yeah. Don't we sound great? What if you want to hear this?
What if you want to hear this?
But seriously, though, that seems like that would be a win-win for any municipality that has the ability to have outdoor space to be able to just quickly, vet an artist, like you guys are an established artist. You've got music recorded. You've got a decent promotional kit you could throw out to somebody and say, hey, we're not just Joe Blow. We're actually a good band. And even Joe Blow should get a 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want to play guitar out in the park, then play guitar out in the park.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
And if somebody wants to throw you a couple bucks,
cool.
fine.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not why we're doing it.
That seems like a missed opportunity from if I was like a city planner or something, like you just keep this area and bands want to come in, boom.
Yeah.
Easy sign up online, boom.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Asheville was super cool about it. Nashville was really hard too. In Florida was extremely hard. It's just getting harder.
Luckily in Nashville, the officials of the city, they heard us as they were coming up and just really liked us. So actually it was really cool. They ended up promoting for us in downtown Nashville.
Just trying to book us
driving their
Instead of
Segways.
picking us off, they were doing promo for
Drop
us.
the Jackson in their tip car.
Which is cool. Yeah, so we get lucky sometimes, but it's been a little rough.
It's been hit or miss.
Florida's it's just so expensive. Just the keys were expensive. It's because you can't park your RV anywhere for free in the Keys, and so that was the most difficult thing. But Florida, other than that's pretty open. We have some apps and stuff that show you where to park for free. Some unofficial campsites and then official campgrounds. So when we go to get more water in the RV and clean the bathroom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Making it work.
Making it work.
So I got a question. Do you mind?
Go for it. Yeah.
So you mentioned early on, before Chuck started recording, that you'll be back in June for the Michigan summer festivals. Have you started to are there gonna be summer festivals? Have you started to get them? What's the plan? I want to know. There's gonna be music in Michigan this summer.
No, we are. They put it on Facebook. So we do have one gig so far scheduled. And it's in Saugatuck on June 19th. And it's at an LGBT friendly, basically everyone is allowed campground. But it's mostly gay men, but it's so much fun. I can't even tell you how much fun it is. But so we played there as a band a few different years in a row. Nikki Holland usually books the music for that. And so we're really good friends. So she's been doing a lot for that. But she posted it last week and was Camp It's Music Fest is going to happen. And so I just immediately was like, hey, we want to play that. So that's going to be cool. I really like Saugatuck a lot. So we don't get to play much on the West Coast unless it's Northwest in Michigan. But yeah, so we're doing stuff like that. We're talking to some other people about doing some festivals in September even. But stuff that we don't know for sure dates or anything yet.
I mean, everybody wants these festivals, and we're talking to a lot of people that would normally be, hosting even these festivals. But again, it all kind of turns into this COVID thing. Like, what's happening? Like, are we going to get shut down? Is the state going to get opened up and turn? Is there going to be a new COVID virus strain that's going to like come up? That's the vaccines don't work. So it's like everybody, no one knows.
Yeah.
Right.
We all want to play though.
Yeah, we're totally gonna book all of that we can.
I think anything that's going to be outside will be cool. COVID.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, we're so healthy. Like we interact with like hundreds of people, if not thousands, every day. Like handling tip money all the time. I feel great. The sun,
we do
exercise,
also wash our hands and take care of
hygiene. Hygiene, vitamins, like
Sun helps.
Yeah, sounds great.
So I'm not a doctor, so I can't give medical advice, but vitamin D is very important. It was important before COVID, and it's important now. So you're getting your sun, so you're good to go there.
Yeah, we take the pills too.
Yeah,
Right.
C and zinc.
Zinc, yeah. I love zinc too. Yeah. So now it's turned into a pharmacy show. Sorry.
There you go. Vitamin D, 54%. Keep you awake.
There you go. There you go. Anybody else have questions for Nina and the Buffalo Riders? If not, I can rattle them off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I got questions.
All right, go for it.
For sure. So, as a fellow enthusiast of the musical arts, I just want to say it's probably the most insane thing I've ever seen anybody from here do. To be completely honest, like during the times that are going on, shout out to Pops getting his drink right now. I'm right there with you. I'm about to have tequila. I'm with it. Let's go. I just want to say, like, for the most part, I've tried to get like my guys to go in and just like, yo, we should move to Atlanta for like 4 weeks and see what we can make happen.
Right.
And they're just absolutely like, no, just hell no. Pandemic going on, record numbers, everything is shutting down. You're crazy. I'm like, but if we just stay in the house and go to the studio
just keep to yourself,
and stay out of Dodge, I feel like we could really make something happen, because everything being closed here is such a drag. Like, it's great that I got the series going that people are starting to pay attention to, and like the LGBT blogs are starting to pick up, because it's really actually really nice when people actually stop to look at it and get people to look at it. But just within that, whose idea was this?
It was Baba's.
I mean, it's been my dream.
It's
been a series of all. I think
all of
us,
we
like,
all wanted to do this, and
right?
like I think it was
Right, but
just
whose idea? Who was the one who brought it to the table? Like, hey, we should totally go.
I mean, like, it's like the domino chain effect, like chicken or egg question. So, like, is it us all joined together as a band that started this, or is it like so we found this RV, which is like the vehicle for this journey, right? So this was just like a strange set of circumstances where I was at a buddy of mine's house. His dog jumps the fence. We chase the dog. There's an RV sitting there in the yard. No for sale sign. I say, "Hi, I love your RV," as we're walking by, and then we just get to talking. Next thing you know, I'm driving home in an RV. So
I see. This is something I couldn't do, because if I jumped the fence and then said I liked your RV, I'm 1,000% confident that the cops would be called. But nonetheless, I respect the willingness to go ahead and take the risk and do it.
It all happened pretty fast too. I mean, like we started living together in October of last year. So I mean, like a year ago, I would have not even known that we were all gonna be on the road at all in any sort of way.
Yeah.
We were just like, June got the RV, like, oh shit, let's leave in October. Let's go. I feel like we even left a month later. We were supposed to leave early October. We even talked about August or September.
And thank you, Maria and Noel, for having us. Like, they hosted us for like the longest time. We were converting the RV into our dream space, which we have now. And it's
never could have told me my parents would let me and all my friends live with them.
Yeah, wow.
Anything for you guys.
So what's the plan as far as, I know you've got some short-term gigs, but do you plan to migrate it all to the West maybe, and then head back in the spring?
Mid-February, we're planning on going to New Orleans.
Oh, cool.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And then
Very cool.
New Mexico and Arizona.
Oh no, we're gonna do Texas first.
Are we doing
We're gonna do
Texas?
Texas, and then we're gonna head to Colorado and then home. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
West, north, and back east.
Yeah. Little Austin action.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably be home for a few more months and then head out again. We might go straight up like Montana and do like Idaho and then like Washington, Oregon, California down, and then do like New Mexico, Arizona. Maybe do Colorado again because I have so much ground over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have ground there. Yeah.
Oh,
And even
cool.
Nashville, we've talked about going to Nashville again too, because we have so much going on in Nashville for us now too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're at in Colorado, because I love Colorado. What are you thinking?
In Manitou Springs and in Colorado Springs. I know a couple spots in Denver.
Couple in Boulder.
You know some in Boulder?
Fort Collins, for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Cover.
Yeah. And all beautiful places. I love going there. We've hiked up Pikes Peak a couple times, so Manitou Springs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I drove up there one time in my car and I will never do it again. Weirdest thing I've ever done in my life.
You should be.
No trees, and then you're like, "There's no more trees." Like, don't look down. Like, are you kidding me?
Chuck usually makes me hike up those mountains. You're lucky you get to drive up it. I usually have to hike up the side of it.
I'd probably hike. Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it for the views. Anybody else? Any other fans got questions for Nina and the Buffalo Riders?
It's like the hike.
No. So I like to get the origin story of musicians, in particular, if there was a band or a concert or an album or a song that influenced you, not just to want to make music, but to perform music, to actually put that out there for the world. Because a lot of us, myself included, were influenced by musicians and we want to make music, but it's another level to want to create your own music and then put that out there for the world. Even though it's for yourself, most of the time, you're also putting it out there for the world because you want to share that art. So for each of you, what was that pivotal moment that drove you to say, yeah, I want to play music, and that's what I want to do with my life, and make my art my living? So who wants to start?
Yeah.
Let's start with
I got this one for sure.
All right.
I've always loved music. I mean, ever since the first thing I remember musically was The Lion King, which I was talking about the video game earlier, the soundtrack of the video game, but even before the video game was the movie. And The Circle of Life is the first song that I remember hearing from that movie. And the whole movie's a series of just like amazing tunes that I would just sing along with all the time as a child, like all the time. Gonna be almighty kings and a misty world. Like all of it. I loved it so much. And all the Disney. So sing those like all the time. And then I just always loved music. And then I never expected to be a musician though, because that was always the fantasy that was way out of reach. And I was a realist as a child. And I was, I'm going to be like an Air Force pilot or something,
right,
IT or whatever. So, I went to college and I got the degree and got into IT and did that whole thing and kept jamming the whole time, throughout this, because music, again, is just like everything to me. It's the greatest thing I've ever experienced expression wise. I feel like it incorporates so many of the senses all tied into one expression. And I love that aspect of it. Like it's captivating. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it sometimes. It's pretty wild. And so there was this festival, Feral Fest, which is a homegrown music festival from Michigan. That I first ran into these cats, and wow, it just became like great friends. When I first heard Nina play by the fire, that was a dream come true of mine. Was just, or goal of mine, ultimate goal is like, I just would love to someday just play music with her. I didn't think it would be this sense ever. Like I just like beat the drum next to her one day. Like that would just, I can die happy. And it's honestly, I feel like just circumstance and coincidence and synchronicity or whatever you want to call it has just been so amazing and kind. And I'm so grateful because it's like led me here with y'all. Like, these are legends. I'm sitting next to legends right now. Like, I can't even believe that I'm even sitting here. But it's just Nina asked me to join NBR one day when we were driving in Rhonda, the truck or CRV that's out there, and just like I don't know if this is real still. Like I don't know if I'm streaming all of this. Like I'm not sure, but yeah, wow.
that is awesome. That is really truly awesome. So good.
Joe?
So Joe, go for it.
Well, I'm pretty sure my great grandparents met at a piano bar, and my dad was a disc jockey and played bass and guitar, and my mom played piano and sang. And so, from my earliest memories, music was always involved in every day. You know, before and after dinner gatherings and stuff, unless there was a hockey game on or something. But yeah, when I was 14, I had been playing the drums maybe a year, and Bob Weir and Rat Dog were coming to the Royal Oak Music Theater, and my brother had won a pair of tickets on the radio, and he wanted to bring me two, so my dad and him threw in on a ticket for me to get in. I just remember all of the smiles and the energy and the band going nuts and then the fans going crazy, feeding the band and back and forth Wimbledon style, and it was just so captivating and so magical. And that's when I decided this is what I wanted to do. And through dozens of failed projects, I made it to this band, Feral Ground. And my second show ever playing with them, Nina and the Buffalo Riders, opened. And it was very much like you guys were talking earlier with Hopcat. All I could think was, why aren't we opening for them? And, that was in February or March of 2014. And Nina and I developed a really great relationship. And it was always just mutual respect and admiration for each other musically. And I had known Dilla through some very good friends of mine in high school. And the one project in the festival fell through, and I was kind of homeless as far as music went. And Raising the Dead, a dead band in Detroit, reached out to me, but then so did Nina. And so I fell back in love with wanting to perform music and play again. And
fantastic.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier where I'm at right now.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
We cuss on this?
Oh, hell yeah. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
So I let you know, but Joe's a badass motherfucker.
He is. So Nina, we got a little bit of your origin, at least with singing. God damn, I forgot it already. When you're, but what made you want to be a musician and share?
It's funny because those times actually when I was a kid, like my mom was talking about, I remember being 2 and seeing the I Will Always Love You video, Whitney Houston singing, and just being like, wow, like that was like the first time I actually felt something like so all inside of my bones and everything. I was just like, wow, like I just could feel all of this pain and emotion and like not understand it, but like I could feel it. And I just wanted to like, I always wanted to sing because I was just like, I want to feel your pain with you. I want to like help you through this kind of. It's like I kind of like always liked that. And then, it's all the same with Celine Dion too. So it's like Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Selena. And like, I feel like those were like, when I was super young, under 10, those were like the biggest names to me. And like, they all sang with just everything they had all the time. Their faces, like their fists, they're like, you could just, I don't know. And still to this day, like those are in my top absolute favorites. And then, learning an instrument at 11, you know, I was listening to a lot of like singer-songwriters, you know, like Michelle Branch and like, you know, Avril Lavigne and stuff like that. But like, I also got into a lot of like 90s alternative, like I love Third Eye Blind, and like then I got into, you know, some newer stuff like City and Color and like Damien Rice and a lot more like moody, like kind of more sad stuff. But that's like, I don't know, that's all the stuff I dig. Iron and Wine, stuff like that, the Postal Service, different things like that. But so my style is like a lot of the solo stuff I write is kind of more moody and like sappy and like more definitely like harder like love songs and stuff. And that's, I do like to play a lot of stuff acoustic like that. But there was a time when my dad showed me who Joe Cocker was. And I remember it was just like a video on TV or something. He was like, look at this guy singing. He's just like, sings and like throws his hands up and stuff. And I just remember being like, that's crazy. That guy's crazy. He's crazy, but he sounds really good. But wow, okay. And so just listening to Joe Cocker, I kind of did my own little like research and looked more into like Woodstock and like, you know, finding like all these artists that I really loved and just watching their performances and kind of just being like, what? Like there's nothing in the world like this, you know, like seeing Jimmy, seeing Santana on stage like that, like, man, like, oh my gosh. So, you know,
Soul Sacrifice playing.
Like, are you kidding? Man, so yeah, so I mean, when I started playing an instrument, I felt like I wanted to, I mean, I definitely would love to be Santana one day. I get there, gotta get off my ass. But yeah, it's funny as we go to those things. I was like manifesting myself. I've played acoustic forever, so I'm always super hard on my guitars that I'm playing and stuff. So trying to play an electric after playing an acoustic forever is just very, very difficult to me. So I'm learning to be delicate and to play lightly. But yeah, it's that's like all, I don't know, with those artists and stuff. But so yeah, I met these guys same time, same day. I saw Baba and he was just like in the field, like dancing, like just in like a loincloth, I think. He was just dancing like with like our friend Dan, and they were both just like little squirrels, like woodland creatures, just like and I was just I remember getting there and being like, where am I? This is crazy. This is so cool. These people are insane. And so yeah, like, and it was great. Like we all I jammed by the fire at night, you know, played a bunch of songs for everybody, and we got really close really fast, and it was so crazy. I just felt so much like they were just like, wow, we accept you, you're our friend. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, it was crazy. Because I mean, like, I didn't hang out with many people before that, and even like with the group, like I only knew Mike out of everyone that was in the band when we first started. And so it was like sometimes foreign to even be playing, you know, with my own band, because I was just like, you know, we're still all getting to know each other at that point. It was very, I knew these people as much as I knew them, basically. So, but so yeah, we all met there, and then like going to Feral Fest, and then seeing Joe on drums in Feral Ground. Like Joe, Joe's like one of, I just remember like literally the same, like watching him on stage before. So I was able to perform with Feral Ground a few times, which is really everything to me. Wow, it was so much greatness, because I was going to these festivals with from that his band started, and they just taught me everything, how to just be, I don't know, like just like professionalism in so many different settings and stuff, and also like how to have fun and how to be a human and how to treat people, like all these different things like I learned from these festivals. So yeah, just being there with them and seeing him on stage. I remember one time while I was performing with him, I was singing and just got done singing, and I was turning around and dancing and looking at him, and he's just like da 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 da, and he's smoking a cigarette, right? Da, 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 da. No way, I'm screaming at him. One of the MCs that was on stage was like, what? And I was just like, did you see that? Oh my God. Wow, I wish I could jam with him all the time. So Joe's been like in my heart secretly since I met Joe, and I was like, one day And like Baba the same, like when I met Baba, I was like, I've never met a creature like that in my life. And just like, he just brought out my inner creature and made me feel like, hey, I know you're a creature too. And so we're all these little tiny creature things. And it's so great. And like playing with Baba the same, like we would jam a little bit like at friends' houses and stuff like that, you know, but then like, I just like, I'm nervous to ask people for anything ever. So I'm always just kind of like, do you want to play music with me?
And we're all like, hell yeah!
So like, I don't know. I was feel like people are gonna say no, or the face would be like, so I was just saying, I started asking Baba to jam like my solo gigs with me, and then I was just like, man, I really want you like in the band. Like, so it's just magic. These guys are magic. So
we are
fantastic. So it sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, it's really cool. And back at home, we still have Mike. We have Mike who has been playing keys and stuff since he took a little break and he came back and he's re-jamming with us. Woo! We have Oscar too. Yeah. And Oscar, I met Oscar just at a random gig, and he was hosting, and like he was like kind of like hosting for like solo artists playing Wyandotte, and met him, started jamming with him, and I was like, wow, God, you're it. So he's jamming with us too still, and we actually we just did all of our stuff is mastered now. We're just waiting on album art, but we have.
I was gonna ask, like, are we getting new music?
Yeah, we got another 5-track.
Oh, awesome.
We have two songs. People, I mean, like we've been playing all the songs, but now they're like they're on. 3 of them are brand new from this year, and then 2 of them. One of them is one of our oldest songs. You're Like the Sunshine. That's on there, and then we also have More Than Me on there as well. Yeah. So those are the 2 older tracks that we've had for a minute that we just haven't recorded. But then we have 3 new tracks. We have Tell Me You'll Wait, Through the Lightning, and Can't Get Enough. And
nice.
Bangers.
They're bangers, man. They're so good. There's harmonies on some of these songs, man, and it's like it's insane. It's so great, and it feels so great to play with them. Like these guys love to sing, and it's so nice, and it's so
nice.
Great. Like harmonies are like better than anything. Oh my God. Better than chocolate cake.
Yes.
So
good.
So what's the time frame, do you think?
Honestly, this should be before March because we used to have our art done by my friend Chloe, and she took a break for a really long time. It was like back in 2016 or 17. She just stopped doing band promo, stopped doing band and everything, and so we just used old stuff because we had just stockpiles of Chloe's stuff, so we just like kept using what we had. And then I was just kind of, I was like, all right, like let her do her like thing. And so I finally just recently just asked again, like, please listen, like we want our stuff to be consistent. You'll be the only one that's like done our artwork. Like I will do anything in the world, please. So they're gonna do it. They're gonna
thanks, Chloe.
Oh, super great. Yeah, she was. We had her at gig. We had some of her art when we did the gig.
Oh yeah. So she's gonna come back and she's gonna do that. We're also we're starting a Patreon soon.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're also gonna have Chloe and maybe some other people start designing like a monthly sticker. Everyone's gonna get like a monthly sticker when you subscribe and stuff like that. And we're gonna have a bunch of really cool stuff.
Exciting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where you can put out those moments that you have when you're on the road, when you record. You can give that to your Patreons as that extra little gift. Hey, you're part of this. I mean, for your support, you're getting all this extra bonus like insight into the band and that connection. People really dig that, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna start doing more like our live streams on Twitch and stuff like that. We've had like Baba's been getting like new equipment, so we've just been like waiting to get all our good stuff together before we start doing on Twitch and everything. And
you know who to hit up if you need Twitch support.
What?
You know who to hit up if you need Twitch support.
There it is. You're gonna help me? You're gonna show me how?
I got all the keys. We ran every show. We ran that live show for Christmas. Like I'm a pro at this point.
All right.
Nice.
So where can we find you on Twitch? Throw out that handle.
Wait, say it again.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't do anything on Twitch. I do everything as a part of the group on Twitch. But if you follow It's Mark Cooper on Twitch, you'll eventually see me. I run any of his live shows that he's got going. He streams Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. There's no soundproof page of the stands. Mark Cooper, it's Mark Cooper. Anywhere on the internet, you'll find him. You'll find his Twitch page. You'll find me eventually.
Awesome. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. So so anybody else have any questions for Nina and the Buffalo Riders?
One more question.
Yeah, go for it.
So you guys are coming when? You guys home?
We're playing at a campground on June 19th. So we're probably going to get to that campground a couple days before and be there. And depending on where the next gig is, will depend on where we go.
Okay. So if when are you guys going to go back on the road?
Going to be sometime in September. Yeah. September-ish, because we're talking to people at Buck Lake Ranch again to do another hippie fest over there, 1 or 2 of those this year. So they were talking about having us do our own show there too. So we're gonna see what goes on. That's in Indiana. That's
right.
That's the one we did a hippie fest at. But we're hooked up with like the people who are running it actually now.
Shout out to Don and Nash.
Don and Nash and Marty.
There you go. I was thinking you guys should probably do something in the metropolitan area, or all your friends that are in the metropolitan area and family.
I mean,
yeah, for sure. Well, we are talking to Tom Dion, the mayor cop from Utica, and we're gonna probably be doing at least 3 gigs in Utica outside at their little courtyard by the river, where you can bring your own booze and bring chairs and blankets and stuff. The outdoor stage.
And if Joe and the Tangent reach out,
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely do outdoor stuff at the Tangent. We can definitely. We're gonna have a pretty heavy schedule, I think, when we get in Michigan. I don't think we're probably gonna be playing like every other weekend, or definitely every week.
So if there's openings, you need to let me know, because I might set up a gig on one of the big parks with the canopy thing over and everything. Even if it rains, we could still party underneath that.
Heck yeah.
Damn right.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we can do a big picnic. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big,
Oh yeah, Katie said her they're trying to do like a little tiny socially distanced music fest at her cabin in Thompsonville. So
Yes.
so we'll send tickets out to select fans.
Maybe that'll be a picture.
Yes.
That'd be a Patreon thing.
Patreon, yeah, there you go. Another exclusive.
Yep.
Fantastic. So we're just about out of time, and I want to kind of round up with a last question, and that is, what would be, if you could see like a concert today, what would be that dream tour that you'd like to see? Who would that be, and where would you like to see that show?
Okay,
So-
if I could pick any show, it would be that train show with Janice and Jerry
Yeah.
and like
The band.
the band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everyone just got on a train and just had a party. Like that's what I want. I mean, I have to just meet Janis Joplin, see her, play with her, so many things.
Let's not meet her too soon, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Awesome. Bobby, how about you?
Bobby?
Any concert ever?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, it's always like Bob Marley. It's always Bob Marley. And ideally, Bob Marley would see me and be like, is that a djembe you have? And I'd be like, yeah, Bob, it's a djembe. And he'd be like, come up here, Buck. And I'd be like, come on. And then I'd come up and I'd play djembe with Bob Marley on stage.
That sounds amazing. I can see that.
That would be like the coolest. Oh my gosh, I'd be super stoked on that. Yep.
Joe.
Probably the Grateful Dead at the Creamery Fairgrounds in Vinetta. I think it was August 27th, 72.
Holy crap, that's a specific.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're ever looking to turn someone on, that's one I seem to go to. Modern day, Joe Russo's Almost Dead at Red Rocks or the Capitol Theater. But
Cool.
I've been missing that fan base for a long time.
Oh, modern day. I would have to say Alicia Keys, like a straight up front row Alicia Keys. Like I would pay, like I would cut off my legs straight up. If it was like cut your legs off, you can go sit up front. I will. Do that. I don't have legs. I can learn to walk again to watch Alicia Keys. Send me to therapy. That's
Lord. Oh Lord. Maria, how about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
I've always wanted to see Aerosmith.
Yeah. I want to see Aerosmith.
I love Aerosmith.
So like Aerosmith today or Aerosmith back in the 70s?
Aerosmith anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime. So I love old rock. That's my genres.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'd see Aerosmith. I mean, I have seen them actually, but I love the old Aerosmith, you know, the Toys in the Attic and the first album. Yeah, super good. Kings and Queens, fantastic album. Noel.
I would like to see Santana. I would have loved to have been rock. That'd have been awesome because there was a fluke. They weren't even supposed to be on.
Right, yeah, they're just like, oh, not your turn.
Bill Graham forced him in.
Yeah. I think he took like 11 hits of acid before he even started.
Oh, yeah.
He did. He has said he was tripping balls when he was on stage.
He was tripping balls, brother. And that would have been awesome if I could have tripped balls right with him. That'd have been stupendous. That would have been a great show.
Yeah, you get up there with Greg Raleigh, just going.
So I watched the videos and shows about that, and you know, you can feel it. I get goosebumps when I watch it. You know,
I start sweating too. I'm like, man,
young guys that are brand new, like these young guys we're looking at right now, and they're up there playing, and these guys are playing in front of these. What is it like? I forgot how many thousands of people there is, and they're all jumping up, screaming for them. You know, these guys are playing more than 50 people. You know, and then they got audience, you know, and they're just stupendous. And,
it's making me want to watch that Woodstock video again now, just talking about it.
Yeah, no, me too.
So, dude, I'm so sorry. Xlo. Kilo, man. Sorry, buddy.
It's like Kilo, but it's an X.
KL. Sorry, buddy.
It's all good. My dream concert.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen, and it wasn't possible because of politics at the time, as well as some other things. But I would have loved to have seen what Prince and Michael Jackson could have done in concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would have
been a great concert.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would have been.
Man.
And Brenda.
You got around to me. I was wondering if maybe you would just like, like Nina is one of my faves. I'm just gonna say that, but faves. But she and Chris Cornell are two of my favorites. Yeah. And I got to see Chris Cornell unplugged live at the Michigan Theater, and it. Still, when I think about that concert, it is still like if I could see him play again, I would be like, yes, that was like I can still like conjure up that feeling from that show, and it just makes me want to cry. Like I think about it, and like it's just like, and I get a similar feeling when I see Nina play. Like you can get me like feeling that way. Like I can get like all moody and like, oh my God. So, yes. So there you go. I don't know if that's what you were looking for, but that's what I.
Yeah. So the dream concert would be Chris Cornell and Nina and the Buffalo Riders.
Yeah. Are you kidding? That'd be so sick.
Yeah. Man. Well, guys.
What about you, Chuck?
Oh, for me? So I've seen so many awesome concerts. So, you know, seeing Nina and the Buffalo Riders, I've seen Santana. I've seen, I saw Metallica back in the day before they were, before people knew who they were. I saw Iron Maiden open up for Judas Priest. So Yeah, I know. So I'm an old man. I've been through a lot of stuff already. But I guess if I could see anybody right now, I would have loved to have seen Jimi Hendrix live. And I would love to have seen Blind Faith.
Blind Faith, yes, dude.
Because
So
Blind
good.
Faith, Can't Find My Way Home is my theme song. It
Nice.
resonates so deeply in my bones. I get teary-eyed when I hear it.
Guess we gotta learn it.
Yep.
Yeah. But that song and seeing Blind Faith live, yeah. So yeah, that would be my dream.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for being a part of Fans with Bands and being able to talk with me. It's so good to see your faces. I'm so happy that you're out there able to still make music, Nina and Baba and Joe. It's fantastic. It's great to see you guys, the fans to be here.
Yeah.
Thank
for tuning in, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Chuck. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, so
Great.
much, Chuck. Thank you.
All right, guys. So be safe, and I can't wait till June.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Take care, guys.
Love
Yeah.
y'all.
Bye.
Love you. Thanks again to Nina, Bobby, and Joe of Nina and the Buffalo Riders, as well as fans Brenda, Noel, Maria, ShiAnn, and Xlo for joining me in this episode of Fans with Bands. Head over to Nina and the Buffalo Riders webpage to pick up all their music. Be sure to follow them on social media to catch them live on the road. Also, be on the lookout for the new EP coming soon. So stoked for new Nina and the Buffalo Riders. See the show notes for all the details and links. These are tough times for everyone in the creative industries such as music. Your support of live streaming, purchasing music, and merchandise is critical. If you can help out your local artists, please do. If you are in the Michigan area, consider following the Playing in the Detroit Area Tonight Facebook page. It is a place for fans and bands to support each other and share our combined love of music. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to get each and every episode of Fans with Bands. Spread the word by rating the show and leaving a comment. We want to hear what you think. You can keep in touch by following us on social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, be well and kick out the jams.